In the last video we have completed the liverworts. In this video we study about the mosses. So in the mosses we have studied that the gametophytic stage is a dominant one, and this gametophytic stage, it contains, before this gametophytic stage there is a protonema stage and the leafy stages will be seen in mosses. So in liverworts this protonema stage is absent, whereas in mosses before gametophytic stage there is a protonema stage and leafy stages will be seen. If we see the plant body, they consist of leaf gametophytes. See here, these are leaf-like structures are present. This is called as leafy gametophyte is present, and below this there are multicellular root-like structures are present, which are called as rhizoids. So you need to remember it is a multicellular rhizoids are present, and there is an upright slender axis is seen, and above this the leaves are arranged spirally, and inside this this is called as gametophytic stage. Inside this sex organs were developed. Inside the leaves the sex organs were developed. What are the sex organs? We have already studied. The male sex organs are the antheridia and female sex organs are the archegonia. Inside the antheridia, biflagellated antherozoids develops, and inside the archegonia, fertile egg develops. And the archegonia is the female, antheridia is the male. The male gamete is antherozoid, female gamete is egg. For the fusion of these two gametes, the water is essential, and after fusion, these two haploid gametes fuse together and diploid zygote develops, and this zygote will not undergo immediate meiosis, instead it undergo mitosis and produces embryo, and embryo further develops into sporophyte. This sporophyte is differentiated into three parts. The three parts are foot, seta and capsule are the three parts in the sporophyte. Foot, see here, foot is embedded inside the leafy part. Foot, this stalked part is seta and this terminal part is the capsule. So what are the sporophyte parts? This is the sporophyte stage, this is gametophytic stage. From this gametophytic stage, the sex organs will be developed. These sex organs will release gametes. Those gametes fuse and form a zygote. From the zygote, the sporophyte will develop. The sporophyte is differentiated into three parts called foot. Foot is embedded inside the gametophytic stage, leafy part of the gametophytic stage. And from this foot, a stalked structure develops, which is called as seta. And the terminal portion of this sporophyte is the capsule. So these are the three parts of the sporophytic stage. In the capsule there are two spore sacs are present. The spore sacs, inside this meiosis occurs. Meiosis occurs inside the capsule, and that produces haploid spores. So up to now there is no meiosis occurs. The condition is followed diploid condition only. Now the reduction of chromosomes takes place. The spores will be in haploid condition, and the spores are dispersed by means of, when this capsule get burst, the spores will be released out. These spores, when they disseminated by air, and when they fall on suitable substrate, they start germinating. But as like in liverworts, the spores will not immediately germinate into the gametophyte. Instead, in mosses, there is a stage will be seen, that is a protonema stage. The spore will develop into, this is the spore. The spore will develops into a juvenile stage, that is called as protonema stage. Here, this protonema is a creeping green branched filamentous stage, that is called as protonema. From this protonema only the gametophytic stage develops. So we need to remember what will happen. The spores germinate, but immediately germinated spores will not produce gametophyte. Instead, the develop creeping green branch filamentous stage, that is called as protonema. This protonema stage is seen in the mosses, which is this juvenile stage. And then From this protonema, what will be developing? This is a gametophyte stage will developing. From this gametophyte, again the sporophyte will develop. And this is about the sexual reproduction. Whereas vegetative reproduction is done by fragmentation and budding. Fragmentation, we know protein part develops into the new individuals. Whereas this budding, we have seen this protonema, right? Here, this is the protonema. These are the secondary protonema. From this secondary protonema, lateral buds will be developed. These lateral buds will helps in the vegetative propagation. Examples for these mosses are Funaria, Sphagnum and Polytrichum are the examples for the mosses. So I will tell again, in this the mosses, what is the dominant phase? The gametophyte is the dominant phase. In this gametophytic stage, before this, there is a protonema and leafy stages will be seen. The plant body of these mosses, they consist of leafy gametophyte. Leafy structures will be seen. Below this, there are several root-like rhizoids are present. By means of these rhizoids only, the plant body is attached to the substratum. Above this, there is an erect, upright, slender axis is seen. Above this axis, the leaves are arranged in the form of a spiral pattern. Inside this leaves only, the sex organs are developed. This is called gametophytic phase. The gametophytic phase consists of rhizoids, axis, leaves. Inside the leaves only, the male reproductive organs and female reproductive organs are developed. And here the sexual reproduction takes place. What will happen? Sexual reproduction, fusion of gametes occur, zygote develops, zygote develops into embryo, which develop into sporophyte. The sporophyte is divided into three parts. There are foot. Foot is embedded inside the leaves, which will not be shown outside. The fruit is embedded inside. From this fruit, the stalk part occurs, which is seta, and the capsule. So here, the gametophytic stage, it prepares the food by means of photosynthesis. Those nutrients are absorbed by this sporophyte by means of the food. Here, this is sporophytic phase that depends upon the gametophytic phase. This gametophytic phase is a free living one, which will prepare its own food material, but this sporophytic phase will not develop its food. For its food, it depends upon the gametophytic phase. So here, what are the three parts? Food, seta and capsule. The capsule, they consist of two spore sacs. Inside the capsule, what happens? Meiosis occurs. With the help of meiosis, reductional division occurs. Up to this, it is in diploid condition only. Here, this is 2n condition. This is haploid condition. Okay. So, up to this, sexual reproduction occurs, right? From this diploid condition only, it is following. Inside the capsule, what happens? There is spore mother cells that undergoes meiosis and produce haploid spores. The spores are haploid. These spores will germinate and develops into directly into the gametophytic stage. Instead, there is a juvenile stage is seen, which is called as protonema stage. From this protonema stage, the gametophytic stage develops. Okay, vegetative reproduction is by means of fragmentation and budding. Budding is seen in secondary in the protonema stage. There are some secondary protonema develops bud-like structures. With the help of that, they will propagate. Examples for these mosses are Funaria, Sphagnum and Polytrichum. With this, we have completed the mosses. This is the life cycle of mosses. And there are several haploid spores are produced. From these haploid spores, there is a juvenile growth called as protonema stage occurs instead of gametophyte. From this protonema, several lateral buds will develop, and from this leafy gametophores occurs, which is the adult form of the gametophyte. And from this gametophyte, sex organs grows. The sex organs, female sex organs are called as archegonium and male sex organs are called as antheridium. From this archegonium, oosphere or egg will develop, haploid one. From this antheridium, haploid anthrozoids develop. These two haploid gametes fuse together and fertilization takes place and diploid zygote develops. From this zygote, instead of meiosis, here the mitosis occurs and embryo formation takes place. from this embryo, sporophyte, diploid sporophyte generated. This sporophyte will differentiate into foot, seta and capsule. Here the capsule is important one. Inside the capsule there is a spore mother cell is present. This spore mother cell undergoes meiosis and produces haploid spores. These spores will grow into protonema. Protonema develops birds. From these birds, a leafy gametophore takes place like this. The life cycle of the mosses will be in this form. Here the gametophytic stage is the dominant one. Sporophytic stage will dependent on the gametophytic stage for the foot. The gametophytic stage produces sex organs, and this gametophytic stage is in haploid condition and the sporophytic stage is in the diploid condition. With this we have completed the mosses. In this video we are going to study about economical importance of bryophytes. The first importance is the prevention of soil erosion. So these bryophytes are used in preventing the soil erosion. We see in hilly areas during rainy season, because of excess water, that excess water will wash off the soil present on the upper part of the soil, and because of that soil erosion occurs, that will wash off the soil present on that region. Instead of that, if we grow the bryophytes in that regions, these bryophytes, they will hold the soil particles very tightly and keep the soil without erosion, and they will not cause any soil erosion during the rainy season also. They protect the soil from the soil erosion. Soil formation. The mosses are an important connecting link in a plant succession on rocky areas. They are helpful in the soil formation and helps for the growth of the plants in that rocky areas. Water retention. So some species of the mosses like sphagnum, when it is in dry conditions, it has a high water absorbing capacity. Because of that reason, this sphagnum moss was used by the gardeners for the transport of the plants from one place to another place. For keeping the plant healthy without drying, this moss was covered around the plant, around the root system of the plants for the easy transport of the plants. And this sphagnum is called as cotton moss because the dried mass of this sphagnum it has a high absorbing capacity. It is used as an absorbent cotton during surgeries, when there is any wounds during the olden periods. Before absorbent cotton came, this sphagnum was used as an absorbent cotton. Peat. Some species of sphagnum, the dead part of those sphagnum was used in making the peat. Peat is a dark spongy mass of this moss plants is called as peat. This peat is dried, compressed, and that will cut into blocks. Those blocks are used as a fuel, and sometimes they may be used as a manure for the plants for the growth. And these are also used as a gardening purpose. This peat is mainly used as a gardening purpose for making the potting mix in the soil. In the pots along with the soil, this peat is added, which increases the water holding capacity and aeration of the soil. And other uses means in rocky and icy lands, in that areas where there is no grass and food material is not available, in that areas these mosses will grow. That is used as a food by some of the animals like reindeers and some other birds. And some species of the bryophytes may be used by some patients who are suffering from the kidney stones. Those patients, they makes a decoction with this polytrichum species. That is, they are added to the water and boiled for some time. The decoction is made, which is taken by the patients who are suffering from the kidney stones, that will cure the disease.